Things are falling apart for William Ruto and his allies everywhere. They are finding the going very rough. Dada Member of Parliament Farah Maalim, the one who was captured live on camera saying if he was the president, he could have killed 5,000 Gen Zs every day. He went to hide at Sarova Hotel, Mombasa, where he was kicked out. We want to dig deep into that. Ngunyi has also been visited by Gen Zs. He has been posting some nonsense through his X account. We want to dig deep into all those. But before we do that, let's remind ourselves of this.
And unto this date, we want to come into agreement with the Kenya Kwanza women that every handwriting has been erased.
That was a lady preacher hired by William Ruto towards 2022 presidential election. That was the Holy Spirit speaking through the lady, but she tried to hide the truth. It's true, this is a Kenya Kwisha government. When the Russians are in authority, the people celebrate. When evil people are in authority, people mourn. Kenyans are mourning from north to south, east to west. Old men, young men, mothers, fathers, being kidnapped, being killed. So it's true, Kenyans are mourning. Let's now look at this story of Farah Maalim Dadab MP, who was kicked out of Sarova Whitesand Hotel. There is a Twitter user by the name Ice Queen who asked Sarova Whitesand, "Excuse you at Sarova Whitesand, asking for me and many Kenyans, why are you hosting a man who openly said that he would willingly kill 5,000 peaceful protesters daily for simply exercising their constitutional rights?" That ex-user asked Sarova Whitesand after details emerged that Farah Maalim was at Whitesand Sarova in Mombasa. And then the management replied, Jimmy Kariuki, replying to Ice Queen 001 at Sarova Whitesand, "Good evening. He is no longer a guest at our hotel. We asked him to leave the hotel earlier in the day. We do not in any way condone his inflammatory and threatening statements against Kenyans and will not associate our brand with such a person." So it's clear Farah Maalim was kicked out of Whitesand Sarova Hotel in Mombasa. And this came after Gen Zs even threatened to storm Sarova Whitesand. So Sarova Whitesand acted because of the threats from Gen Zs. And that's another major win for Gen Zs. And also we are being told that Atwoli is to be visited by Gen Zs, though that one will be our analysis in our subsequent videos. Atwoli must go. Your time is over. Atwoli must go. Let's now see what happened to Ngunyi. Ngunyi has also been raided by a Gen Z. "Good morning, traitor. We have seen that you have chosen to side with the oppressor. We will not forget that you are advocating for peaceful protesters to be killed. Traitors have no place in this great nation, and after we are done with Ruto, we are coming for you. We are everywhere. We are many, like Ruto's lies. Thus, a brave Gen Z who visited MUTAHI Ngunyi, and he visited MUTAHI Ngunyi because MUTAHI Ngunyi shared a very incisive post. Let's have a look at the post MUTAHI Ngunyi shared that is causing serious anger among Kenyans. MUTAHI Ngunyi, dear Ruto, you have given enough. The more you give, the more they demand. Enough is enough. Now protect country against this leaderless movement and its owners. Otherwise, we will have no country. These goons have never tasted war and they want it badly. We need your guidance. That post by MUTAHI Ngunyi angered very many Kenyans. And that's why that Gen Z visited him. And more Gen Zs are still visiting MUTAHI Ngunyi. Maybe has now switched off his phones. And upon sharing that, Kenyans also quickly responded to him. Boni Mwangi, Kenyans, this attitude right here is the reason why we are on the streets. The people that have looted and pillaged our country to our carcass are sitting up above throwing breadcrumbs and asking, what more do you want? I have given you enough already. If you for 1 second forgot why it's important to fight this corruption and impunity, this tweet is for you. Someone by the name Samatar Ahmed Gulaid, let him sack everyone, and when he finishes, he should sack himself. Almami Moham, you think everyone will take your advice. In fact, you are just a tribal warmonger. Sepa, ama tuamue kukusalimia, juu hii kiburi yako inazidi. Alvin, you must be retired with a tuli. Vincent Teti, political harlot is what they call you, I hear. Wanyama Wafula, when the king is lonely, there is a job opportunity, but haitafutwi hivyo. Gabriel Oguda, Bwana, you are calling Gen Z goons. Is that not being disrespectful to our present day freedom fighters? Samatar Ahmed Gulaid, the only way you can protect the country is to fulfill all the demands. Avkuno, you think it's Ruto who can protect the people from themselves? Absolute power lies with the people and not with your Ruto. Yule Mrasta, come to town CBD and tell us this face to face. Wacha kuisemea nyuma ya keyboard. Why do you always tweet at the middle of the night? Those are some reactions from Kenyans. So it's very clear Ngunyi is under siege. Let me say this. MUTAHI Ngunyi is still living in the past, where the government used to intimidate and to threaten people using the police, the army. MUTAHI Ngunyi is still living in that past. What MUTAHI Ngunyi should know, and other Kenyans should know, William Ruto has already done the worst. He has already done the worst. There is nothing again William Ruto can do. If you saw William Ruto rejecting the finance bill, and if you saw him dissolve his cabinet, he has used a lot of force, but that force has failed. Kenyans are still on the streets. They are still demanding for him to go. His government has killed enough people. And it was reaching a point, I think even the security organs were now going to turn against Ruto. I'm saying that because new details are emerging that Japhet Koome has not been in good terms with William Ruto over some directives. And that's why we were not seeing Koome very loud during these Gen Z protests. He had some serious differences with Ruto. And I'm very sure that even the army, they were going to reach a point where they were going to tell William Ruto, enough is enough. Enough Kenyans had been killed. So William Ruto has already done his worst. But that has not stopped Kenyans from still taking to the streets. And I'm saying this without any fear of contradiction. If Kenyans push, William Ruto will have no option but to resign. I'm very sure about that. If Gen Zs can turn out the way they did when they stormed and occupied parliament, if they can do that again, William Ruto will resign. He will resign. I don't think even the police itself or even the army will allow him to continue killing Kenyans the way Kenyans have been killed. So MUTAHI Ngunyi and his team, they should know times have changed. Power belongs to the people. If the people decides they don't want Ruto, Ruto will have no option but to go. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.